Welcome to
The Local Lowdown, and
Find Out What's Happening in Lavaca County, Texas. Now here are your hosts, Murray and Michelle.
Hello everybody, this is Murray back with you on this edition of the Local Lowdown. This is for the February 21st and 22nd editions of this podcast. And I've got my partner Michelle here with me. How are you, Michelle?
I'm great, Murray. I'm glad you're back.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm back too. I feel a little bit better, and I want to thank Jimmy Apple for the great job that he did covering for me. We may just have to give him this full time.
I don't know that he wants to.
No, I don't think he does either. Before we get started, I had put a teaser on our group page about me opening up a group to public that has been private for years. Excuse me. And it's the Old Dung Beetle Saloon group. And this has been going on since God knows when. I think I started writing a column about it in around 2005, 2006, 2007, along in there. And those of you who are not familiar with the Dung Beetle Saloon, I'll give you a little brief history. There was a convenience store, and there still is a convenience store here in Hallettsville that had an on-premises drinking license. And we had a group in the back that was a regular bunch of boys. It might be kind of like Cheers on TV. Everybody knew their name. And they would come up with some of the most outlandish conversations, and I worked there for 5 years and got to know them real well. My little brother hung out there and just a whole bunch of folks. And we decided to do a little column about it. And it started off as a joke, really. And Robert Tim was managing the store then, and he recommended it. And I was great to go along with him to name it the Dung Beetle Saloon. And what I did, I gave everybody that came in there and drank and told their outlandish tales, I gave them all aliases. And we have one that works down here and still works at that place, and his alias was the Little Czech Bartender.
Aww.
And anyway, I'm fixing to open that up to public. It's been private. And you may know about it, or you may have relatives that know about it, but anyway, it'll be out there, and after I do that, I'll put that on this local lowdown group, and for you all to check it out. But it's not closely monitored, so don't be putting some ugly things up there, because I will check it, and if there are any bad comments, we'll just immediately ban whoever made them. So that's all I got from that. And what you got, Michelle, for the Tribune?
Well, let's get started with The Price is Right.
All right.
And I really like The Price is Right because it goes with my name, Price. But
oh, yeah.
I grew up watching it, but Clayton Kelly has never seen The Price is Right until he did this article and went and watched the episode that Ms. Discora was on. How do you grow up in this world? I think he lived under a rock.
Well, I don't know, but he did an awful good job. We even put it on the front page of the Moulton paper.
He did, and Ms. Discora seemed happy about it, and we're so happy for her. It's always a real treat to get someone from this area to be on a show like that. I mean, when you think of the pools that they're pulling from, it's tons of people. So from little town of Moulton, Texas, for her to get to go. This wasn't her first, however, adventure on a game show. She did do Let's Make a Deal, but she didn't do so well, she said. So she came back, and this was her redemption, and she certainly did redeem herself. And of course, she had that great jacket of Taylor's boyfriend. Yeah. We all know about him. So you missed all the Super Bowl talk last week, but we talked a little bit about him.
Yeah, well, unlike some people, I listen to the podcast because I have to listen to it because I edit it.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, Well, did she?
Those people are sad that don't listen to it.
Was she a winner?
She was. I don't know that. I haven't read the whole article yet, but I do know that she won a outdoor set. Was like her what she bid on to get up on stage, and then I'm not sure what her final total winnings was, but congrats, and I'm excited.
You bet.
My kid goes to school with her grandkids, so when I heard the name, I was excited to find out that she did so well. She's a great lady.
Well, that's a memory that she'll have for forever, and maybe, who knows, maybe she'll go get on another game show before it's over with.
Yes, we challenge you. Dare you. All right, and of course election season is full on, and so make sure you guys are out there to vote. We've talked about it a lot, but it's your right. It's not only your right, I feel it's your obligation, or don't complain.
You bet. And you got a grand champion there? What's that?
We do. This was the beef cattle
Skill-a-thon, yeah.
So basically this wasn't showing any animal, but this was your knowledge of the animal. So congrats to them for going all the way to the San Antonio Rodeo and bringing that award right back to Hallettsville.
All right, that's great.
And all 11 are listed. So congrats goes out to Jordan Whitley, Holly Wrestler, Cody Bible, Abby Wrestler, Jesse Whitley, Jake Wrestler, Ryan Yonak, Landry Whitley, Macy Puska, Tanner Puska, and Ashlyn Puska. The whole family was there. I don't know. They may not be related. And, of course, Jimmy Apple, he missed last week's meeting. Important staff meeting.
Oh, yeah.
But he was doing important work, and so he did take this picture. The Lions Club was putting out flags, and that was Lion James Reeve, who is an Air Force veteran that put out that flag and was Jimmy's partner for last week. And then he missed today's meeting for picking them up. So thanks, Jimmy, for your service to our community, and thanks to the Lions.
I think Jimmy had some battle scars from that deal anyway.
He did. You never know what a job will put on your plate, but I think Jimmy took a little tumble and got some bruised ribs or something like that, but
it was all for a good cause.
That's right. And Desert Shield began 33 years ago. So that is, of course, the Desert Storm war that was in Kuwait. And so I'm not really sure this is a time to remember is what the opinion story is in the Gulf War. We do honor someone special here that served in that war, and that's Mr. John Zach, who's the husband of Ani Zach. So, John, thank you for your service in that war. That's someone I know. I don't know.
And who was that? Kevin Bright write that story?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's good that we got it and got it on the front page, and thanks to Mr. Bright for bringing that to us. And I see you got your little buddy Henry Joe Yashek up there. What has that little devil done lately?
Henry he's recovering from illness, which first he was not sick, then suddenly he was really sick. Then, according to Chuck Groff, he told all of us that this could be the end for Henry.
Oh my God.
And suddenly, after that text message came through, what do you think, 10 minutes later, he's walking in.
Well, he was here when I got to work that morning, and he had already been here, so evidently he survived pretty well.
He did. He's a strong little fella.
Yeah, well, does that little fella does he have a new trivia question?
He does.
Or is that
it's the same one from last week. It's which 4 NFL teams have never won a Super Bowl? He's being sad. But it's pretty amazing. How many teams are in the NFL? Come on, Murray, you know.
I hate to say, I want to say 32, but that's probably wrong.
That sounds right.
I don't know where that number came from, but anyway, we can ask little Chucky Groff. I'm sure he knows.
He probably does know, but either way, it's over 20. I would say that, and so for only 4 teams to have never won and gotten to that big game, it's sad for them, but that's pretty amazing statistics. So call in with who those 4 teams are, and we hope that maybe it'll go down to 3 or 2 or 1. I kind of hope it goes down to 3 because I'm gonna give a little hint, but 1 is a Texas team.
Yeah. I would love to see those Houston Texans get in there.
You just gave one of the answers.
Well, that's
Everyone
good.
here, Henry Yashek, just so you know, it was not me. I gave a clue. Murray gave the full answer.
Well,
Just to
there's
clarify.
not but 2 Texas teams that we know about the Cowboys, so
Do we? How
that
about them
don't
Cowboys?
leave but one. But anyway, what else you got?
Jimmy covered the hospital board, so that's always fun to read about. And I have more on voting. It says, are you ready to vote? You should be ready. We're still celebrating Black History Month, so please do some research. Listen, get some history on that. We thank the Master Gardeners for their ad, and we have a little write-up about their upcoming tomato and vegetable plant sale. The day the music died.
Oh, yeah. Well, I wrote a column, and that is the title, The Day the Music Died, and it's about the plane crash that killed Buddy Holly and the Big Bopper and Richie Valens. I believe that was 1959, is that what I have there? February 3rd.
Yes.
And I was a 16-year-old teenage boy when that happened, and I don't mind telling you that I really did shed a few tears because Buddy Holly was my idol. But anyway, the story more or less is about that, and it's about Don McLean that wrote the song American Pie. And the whole story is about that. And Michelle, you may have to take over.
Murray, what's happening, Murray?
Oh, I have a thing in my throat.
We're
but-
losing your voice. Well, I want to put that. So, okay, first of all, when the story appeared on my computer, as stories do every week, and I went to pull the story to put in the paper, I was like, oh, I didn't know Buddy Holly wrote American Pie. Then I read the story a little bit more and learned that no, he didn't write it, but it was written about him and the 2 other singers, of course, or artists that died in that plane crash. And then I read the words a little bit more, and I thought it was fitting to put, but February made me shiver, because we're in February, with every paper I deliver. And, of course, Murray will tell you that those lyrics aren't, of course, about our paper or what we do. But it was fitting enough, and Murray gave me a lot of history about how each lyric was written with very deep meaning.
That's true. You know, Don McLean that wrote that American Pie, every lyric in that song has a meaning, and it's not just about Buddy Holly. That's what gave him the idea. But he covers the Beatles and presidents assassinating, I believe it was Kennedy, because he lived during that same time that I did as a child or as a teenager. And that song is worldwide. It's been put in other languages and what have you. But anyway, I enjoyed writing it because it was so close to things that I remembered. So I hope you'll enjoy reading it.
It's a good story, and although all these names were very, in my mind, I've heard of them. I know who Buddy Holly is. I knew the American Pie song. Reading the article and talking more to Murray about it kind of pulled it all together. And that's what we like to do here at the newspaper. Sometimes we report news that isn't current. We don't always have to be current. But it's a great column to bring in that history.
Well, there's a lot of twists to that story that I didn't include, but basically why they were on that plane in the first place, they were doing a tour in Iowa, and it was just so cold. And several of the band members were ill, and so Buddy decided that he wanted to charter a plane for the ones that were sick and let the rest of them stay on that cold bus. But Waylon Jennings, and I'm sure a lot of you country fans know him, he was a member of Buddy Holly's group. And he flipped a coin for this other fellow that was feeling bad, and they decided they'd flip a coin to see who got to be on the plane. And Waylon lost, but in reality he won, because if he had been on that plane, he would have died.
Can you imagine that survivor's guilt? Wow.
And not only that, he said he was kidding with that guy, and he was saying, "I hope your old plane crashes." And that guy says, "I hope you freeze to death on the bus." Of course, they were joking, but Waylon, of course, he's gone now, but Waylon said he carried that to his grave, that he wished he had never said those, even though he wasn't
serious.
Yeah. But anyway, that's a little more to it. But
so read the article, look up the history, and know that listen to the song. It's fun once you kind of read all of this. And so, great job, Murray.
Thank you.
And then we have our own Bobby Herechka, who is our managing editor, who's also a published author. I have a really hard time with that word, author. But anyway, he'll be at the Yoakum Library next week with some other authors. It is 4 other ones, and they will be giving a talk. So if you aren't busy next Tuesday, which unfortunately for us here at the paper is never a day we're not busy, but we are letting Bobby off the hook and letting him go.
Well, didn't he write a little bit about each author that's going to be there?
Yes, he did. So read about it. If you can attend, please do. Give Bobby some support, because none of us from the newspaper will be there supporting him. We are supporting him. We're doing the papers while he's there. We're going to go with the obituary. Ms. Bluda's obituary, again, was published last week, or a little notice announcing that she had passed away. But we didn't have the full obituary press release, so we'll mention her again. Ms. Ella Mae Bluda of Halsell passed away on February 11th, 2024, at the age of 92. And she did have Parkinson's disease, so if you know anything about that, it is a hard disease to live with, but she fought it strong, and our condolences, of course, to her family.
You bet. Is that the only obituary in Hallettsville?
It is, yes.
All right.
And then, what else we got going on? Right, it's Heart Month. So there's a few heart facts in your Hallettsville paper. If you want to pick up a Luling paper this week, we have a 2-page double truck, which means it's just 2 pages facing each other.
Yeah,
looking pretty.
2-page ad.
And there's a lot of ads and supporters that supported us putting that out for the community, and so that appears in your Luling paper this week. It's full color, has a lot of heart information, and why February became Heart Month and when it did as well.
Okay, what is that story there? It's about a band or something? It's about
a band. We'll talk about it a little bit more when we come to Shiner, because I missed the first part of the article here.
All right.
I missed it.
Little Chucky Groff's got a ton of sports this week.
He does. He actually went over his 2-page limit that I like to give him, or he's had for years probably, but I had to help him out and put some on my pages, but it's all right. But I do want to shout out to 2 milestones that was reached by a great young lady, Miss Macy Herring. Got 1,000 points, was her first success, and then 1,000 rebounds. So congrats to her, and she's pictured in there with her parents. Congrats to them, because I know being a parent, you spend a lot of time supporting your kid.
Oh, yeah. Well, you need to all check out Chuck's Sports. He has a lot more information than we can give you today. But what do you have, 2 pages or more?
2.5.
All right. So there's a ton of pictures. And hey, what is that story, Michelle?
This one?
Yeah.
This was just the Lady Brahmas.
Oh, okay.
They went to a softball tournament, and they went 5-1.
Yeah, softball and baseball is cranking up now. I think other than a few of the more, or the lucky teams, basketball still going on.
So I think good luck to Sacred Heart, Moulton, boys, and and Shiner girls.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe Moulton boys play. I had it in the paper, I believe it's Thursday, and then I saw a revision that said it might be Friday, which would be tomorrow. And so anyway, we wish them the best of luck, all our area teams, and hope they advance right on.
Anyway, moving right along, we have some more veteran information, so check that out. But Beauty Boutique will be holding, they're honoring our veterans with a soup to go lunch. So if you are a veteran, you deserve to be honored all the time, but go ahead and make sure you check out that information so you get some good soup. Congrats to the Sacred Heart School who hosted an academic meet, and the winners are pictured in a 6-column
Yeah, I was
picture.
just looking. That's a big 6-column picture.
It is. I wonder
Well,
who did
good
that.
for them. And we got the Aggie moms.
Angie Mom? Inside joke, guys. We have some art by Ms. Diane Apple and a story on that. And I think we're almost done.
Yeah, I think it's time. Jump on over to your favorite paper, the
Shiner Gazette.
all right.
Gotta love Shiner. And this was a story Murray was talking about a little bit earlier. It's called Cross Country Man Enjoys.
Resurgence with poor old Willie.
So this is an article done by our managing editor, Bobby Horechka. These are some locals in the household paper, and I know it also appears in Shiner, is Mr. Howard Glore, who was the owner of Howard's for a long time. Howard will say he's a former dentist. He will also say that he was, the owner of Howard's. But the one thing a lot of people don't know is what an amazing guitarist he is and a musician. So he is part of this band, and read all about them as they are coming out brand new. We also have a new chief of police, Mr. Wayne Denson. Mr. Denson was our current interim chief of police, and has now taken the oath of office to be our current chief of police.
Well, where did Mr. Denson come from?
Okay, I'm not totally sure. I do know that Mr. Denson had a stint back under Chief Ronnie Leck as one of his officers hired, and at the same time Mr. Adam Brokenheffer was hired, and now all three of those men are, two are former chief of police of Shiner, and Mr. Denson is now our current chief of police. So that's cool history. He's surrounded by great, what do you call that? Why can't I think? When people, mentors.
You bet.
And so I know he'll probably do, he will do an amazing job.
Congratulations to him.
And we're moving. There's a lot about the service pins that were distributed to Shiner firemen. I think Mr. Peters, who is also one of our current county sheriffs, was presented a 40-year pin. So you know that he's been on there for a long time.
Wow.
He's not that old, so let's just make that clear.
He must have started young, huh?
Right, but all of these guys, congrats to them for their service. They are all volunteers, so it's an important job. We're glad we have them, we're glad that they take the time out of their lives to do that. The stock show will be coming up in Shiner next week, so look for a great advertisement on that in your next week's paper. We also have, what do we have? We have an obituary. On February 14th, 2024, heaven got a new angel. Mr. Kenneth Lee Uritza finished his work here. So, again, condolences to his family.
You bet.
For that. And we're moving right along. The Lego exhibit is coming to Yoakum, correct? We should probably talk about that more in Yoakum, but Yoakum Heritage Museum is getting a Lego exhibit, which is very fun if you like Legos. Legos are not just for kids, by the way.
There's that big Potex ad. That big pretty ad.
That pretty ad. Henry Joe loves that ad. He thinks it's very pretty. And then we have Shiner Sports. And as I said, although the boys closed out their basketball season with a loss, they had a great year, and they'll move on to baseball and track and golf and tennis, I guess.
Oh yeah,
spring is a busy time.
All
but
the
girls,
springtime and hopefully a little warmer weather.
Right. The Lady Comanches, of course, they're still playing, so congrats to them and best of luck on their journey. We have some youth sports, which is baseball. We have just a lot going on.
Does Shiner have soccer yet?
We don't have soccer.
Oh, okay.
And then we have, and I'm going to do this because it's personal. I want to shout out to they're actually 12-year-old girls. They're all 6th graders that play on this volleyball and softball teams. And they do have to play up due to some of their ages, at least for volleyball. I'm not sure where they were seated in the softball tournament.
Does anybody you know play on that team?
A few people, but the main person I know is my daughter, and I will tell you that kudos to all the parents, but kudos to the parents of the Sirens that sat out there on Sunday.
It was cold.
It was very cold. And what was the worst part? I told you, Murray.
Oh yeah, about the restroom facilities.
Restroom facility. We're not up to Michelle Price standards, but I did have to use the porta potty, and it was quite suffering. But in the end, in both volleyball and softball in the recent month, these girls pulled off a second place finish. So congrats to them as they grow and keep working.
You bet.
They're fun girls to watch. Our ad deadline is noon. I just always want to share that because it is important that you help us by meeting that deadline to get our papers done.
Ad and news, both.
Ad and news.
You bet.
We're going to Yoke.
Going to the Yoakum Herald-Times, and the top story was written, I believe, by Clayton Kelly, and it says, headline, Yoakum releases city manager.
And now releases, by that they mean he's gone, right?
Yeah.
After a very short time in Yoakum. So you can see what the mayor, Mr. Carl O'Neill, had to say about their decision to let, I actually do not even know he was there such a short time, Mr. Lynn, right?
Yeah, I believe that's correct.
Have him released of his duties. So we wish them the best of luck as they move forward and read all about that.
Look at that frog.
I know, it's a leap year story that Clayton Kelly wrote. Well, it should be in all of our other papers next week. So if you don't get the Yoko paper, go ahead and check that out. But hey, if you're a leap year birthday, you don't have it this year, or you do? You do, right?
I believe so.
This year.
I believe your year's double. I believe that's the way it works.
No.
You sure?
You get less birthdays because they don't always have the 29th.
So you're half your age.
You're half your age.
All right. I wished I'd have been born then, and I wouldn't be but about 40.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah.
Do you think you look half your age when you're a leap year baby?
No.
You still age, huh?
Yeah. You're going to age regardless, and there ain't a damn thing you can do about it.
But be thankful you still are.
Yeah. Be thankful you're not watching the grass grow from the bottom up.
Right? No one wants to do that. Some swearing-in ceremony was held with the newest additions to, are we talking police or fire?
Looks like police, or maybe both. I can't read it from here, but...
I can't either because I forgot. It looks like police. I forgot my glasses, and Murray said, well, you better go get them. And I said, well, they're still in Shiner. Are you going to wait for me? And you know Murray, he don't want to wait for me.
No.
Can't be doing all that.
Yeah, we want to thank Allison and Nadine for the job they do over there. Just two of them in the office, so they do pretty well. For what they have to do.
It's a lot. There's no doubt about it. But Allison did have some obituaries this week that she had in her paper, and we have Betty Mae Stevens Bowie. Do you think it's Bowie? Sorry, I'm mispronouncing the name, but age 84, passed away on February the 15th. We have Jeremy Wendell Barnes, age 47, passed away February the 12th. Well, condolences to their family.
You bet.
During this rough time.
Texas German Society, what did they do? They have a meeting?
Not sure what all they did, but they met.
Lavaca DeWitt chapter of the Texas German Society.
Are you a member of this?
No, I'm not German.
You're not German? What are you, Murray?
I'm Scotch-Irish, to be exact.
Scotch-Irish.
That's why I'm so easy to get along with.
Yeah. Explains a lot right there. We're living the dream.
Oh, by the way, in last week's podcast, I was homesick and I didn't know if I was going to make it, and it was just
he was not that bad.
It was a terrible thing. And she told poor old Jimmy Apple, my guest host, and he didn't want to say it, but she told Jimmy that he has to be grumpy to take my place. And
Can't imagine.
Jimmy, he kind of shuffled back. He didn't want to admit that she's probably right.
He's such a good guy. He's not as bluntly honest as me. Can't help it.
Okay, what about the Herald Times Sports?
We got a lot going on. They're putting in the baseball and softball schedules, which of course will be coming up.
Mr. Mark Luby, did he write those, or probably?
Probably. He did write this one about the Bulldogs defeating the Cobras to end the regular season. And unfortunately, I'm not sure. Based on those scores, I would think 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be basketball, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Remember, we're reading this for the first time. St. Anne Catholic Church receives updated renovations, also written by Clayton Kelly, who went out there and spoke to Reverend Matthew. Ooh, I shouldn't have even started it.
You better spell it.
Huehlefeld. Huehlefeld.
All right.
I'm pretty sure I got your name wrong, and I am very sorry for that. We got other stuff coming up. Let's see. The library has a lot going on in Yoakum, so check them out.
That's when Bobby's going to be there.
No, that was they were getting digital tables for the kiddos.
But I mean, he
yes,
is
that's
going to be
where
there.
he's going to be. And then they have also, because of course it's in the Yoakum Heritage Museum, it is that Lego. The Legos are coming, Murray.
All right. Well, it's time to move over to my little newspaper. The Molten Eagle, and you know it's a Molten Eagle because you can see a little eagle flying in right next to that
And
the.
it's so cute.
Isn't that sweet?
It's just the cutest thing you ever did see.
And front page, the Molten Native lands on The Price is Right, which is that story Michelle was telling you about a while ago.
Just gotta love it. The Bobcats are by district champs. At that point, they were scheduled to play possibly on Thursday, but Murray thinks that it got moved to Friday.
Well, I saw a post on Facebook that changed it, and it was from the Booster Club, so they probably knew. But now this information that I put under this picture at the time was accurate, and I got it from UIL and Text Prep. So anyway, it may have been changed. You just need to double check. And what else? We've got the food safety classes,
Yes.
and that was from the lady that always does that agricultural thing.
Yeah, Miss
Natalie
Knezek.
Yeah, Natalie. And then we just have some teasers about what's on the inside. And
Henry Joe.
yep, Henry Joe.
You're the greatest guy I know, Henry Joe.
Oh, yeah. And his little town crier. We thought we had an identification on the mystery photo, but so far that hasn't been authenticated, so
Maybe next week.
we're waiting. Yeah, and if it is, we'll run it again and give you the information that
But thank you for trying, for
You
those
bet.
who have.
you bet.
Murray, you probably know this paper better. Murray did have an obituary. Matt Christopher Benton, age
yes.
64, went on to be with the Lord and Savior on Monday, January the 29th, 2024.
Yeah, condolences to his family and friends, and I believe that's the only obituary we had in Moulton, which the less of them, the better.
That's right.
And what is that? We've got some color photographs and the story about the kittens finished as area finalists after a 35-26 loss to D'Hanis.
So D'Hanis is what Chuck told me today.
Well, Chuck don't know everything.
That is very true. Do you think he's going to get mad at me for saying that? Yes, I do.
Probably.
And
That may be all. I don't know. Oh, we have the St. Joseph Altar Society's Noodle Soup is coming up Sunday. And if you live in the area or you're in Moulton, you sure want to check that one out.
And Clayton told us this morning in our meeting that quilting month is coming up. I think I'm going to tell Clayton, let's go learn how to quilt. You think?
I think
In my
that'd be
spare
good
time.
for you and Clayton to learn.
I mean, together that would be really
You
fun.
bet. And we appreciate that big ad from Lavaca Medical Center. Were they in every paper?
They
or-
were.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to click on Luli.
Yeah, let's take a look at them real quick because Nicole and her folks, they do a great job. This is the Luling Newsboy and Signal. Although they're not in Lavaca County, they are owned by our company, and we like to include them because Nicole does a good job over there.
And their family.
You bet.
So she has a teen dating violence awareness story. It's a very good read. Make sure you take that in if you get a chance.
And this is the paper that had the big ads about Heart
Yes.
Month or whatever.
So it's a great week to pick up a Luling Newsboy. That is for sure. There they are.
Had a lot of good advertisers for that,
We
and
did.
we appreciate that.
And it gives warning signs of a heart attack, a lot of great information, myths and facts of heart disease. So remember, these months are signified for many reasons, but it's one, just a big reminder to get yourself checked out and taken care of. Career and technology education is huge right now. More and more schools and different programs are evolving, and I think it is great. We've kind of run in the age of, first it was you needed a bachelor's degree, then, well, I think first it was more vocational, then it was bachelor's, then it was a master's. Now if you don't get your doctorate, you may be sad. But the truth is, if you don't have a plumber, you're in trouble.
You bet. You bet.
So,
Or an electrician.
Yes. So please understand that all jobs are important. This
Yeah.
world is based on all those, from what we would call maybe the little guys to the big guys. So super important.
But you do not have to have a college education in this country to
No.
make a great living. So don't ever be afraid to have your children take an interest in the trades because they can
support
make it.
them
They can
because
make it. All right, what else you got?
I think Luling's got some soccer going on.
Luling has soccer also?
They do.
Oh, that's good.
It's pretty new, but they do have it. And they were naming a new street name. So
Well, we're still going to have to go there and
eat some barbecue.
eat some barbecue with Nicole.
Maybe
and,
we have to all be not sick first.
Yeah, that'd be a good thing.
Because it has been rolling through our office.
Yeah, and it seems to linger on. And I thought I was completely done, and here I keep losing my voice. But hopefully, with the warmer weather, that everybody will get a brighter attitude and a better outlook health-wise.
Yeah, I was just thinking how sad it would be if I lost my voice. Y'all would be so
Oh
sad.
my God!
What would we do?
I don't know. We'd have to. I can't even think of what we could do. We'd have to bring in some, kind of like they do these football teams when they're practicing. They're going to play a big game, and they know it's going to be so loud that they can't hear their signals, that they start booming music at the practice sessions. We may have to do that if you lose your voice.
Yeah.
We might have to boom some
Just so it seems
polka
normal.
music, for
Just
God's
so
sake.
it seems normal. Because they're saying I'm so loud. This morning, I really don't think I was talking a lot at the meeting, but sure enough, I was told that I was talking the whole meeting. So then I chose to not talk anymore today. But Bobby informed me that would be hard to do the podcast. So I came out of retirement.
Yeah, well, it's
Thank
a good
goodness.
thing.
Thank goodness.
The only way it would have been better would have been if you had brought your glasses where we could
Yes,
see.
I could see some.
Because I can't see with glasses and she can't see without them. So you'll just have to bear with us, folks. So I'm going to say my goodbyes.
No, I'm not done talking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
See, again,
Oh.
how does this happen?
What else have you got?
Is your cell phone working, Murray?
I hope.
Mine is still SOSing. You don't have an SOS.
Well,
Murray's is working.
You can record without being on the internet or
Well,
being
it
on
is
cellular.
true, but I can't call anyone. So anyone missing talking to me today,
Thank God.
so sad for you. But I will try to catch up with you all soon or text you. But it is nationwide, Murray.
Oh, Lord.
And there's a Julia Roberts movie that talks about this.
Mm.
So I'm a little worried. Is this the end? Because it kind of feels like the end of the world to me.
Well, you don't want to get me talking about what could happen from what's going on right now. So we better drop that.
I'm sure it's not going to be positive.
No.
And then I have a question for you, Murray. You ready for it?
Sure.
So if I was going to the store to get us drinks, like I sometimes do when I have time and I'm nice, what do you say I should get you? Do you say soda? Do you say pop? Do you say Coke?
I'll say Sody Water.
Sody Water.
Sody Water.
That's a new one.
No,
So there's a map I saw that says the top half of the United States calls it pop.
Mm.
The middle half to bottom half calls it soda.
Mm.
And then here in Texas, we call it Coke. Go get me a Coke. But when you say go get me a Coke, you don't necessarily mean you want a Coke.
No,
is kind
because
of
I
weird.
really like Dr. Pepper, but I like Coke also. But,
Oh, you like Big Red.
but I
don't you?
love Big Red.
Ooh, we all love Big Red.
And I'll tell you something. There's nothing like taking a Big Red and pouring it over some Bluebell vanilla ice cream. Oh, my God. That'll make you want to slap your mama.
It's happiness all over. Do you know when I was growing up? Well, I mean, still, but when I was growing up, one of my first cousins' husband's grandfather. Did you stick with that?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay. He was the owner of the Big Red Company in San Antonio.
Oh, man.
And that was my first wonderful taste of Big Red. He would bring it down on holidays that we all celebrated together, and I thought it was the most amazing thing I've ever drank. And I still think that to this day.
Well, I'll give you a little tip on that Big Red, too, is don't buy it in those plastic bottles because it'll go flat on you.
Oh.
So always buy it in a can. And then it stays good from now on.
And Henry Joe recently brought us Big Red Zero. It was good.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It didn't have that
Zing.
kick, that good flavor, but he did it because Jimmy Apple asked for it. He wouldn't do it if I asked for it, but what have you.
But, you know, if you're looking for a low-calorie alternative, there you go. I don't think it has any calories, right? Zero. and
That's
zero
what they
sugar.
say, yeah.
So it was decent. But if you need that real taste of Big Red, it's not going to get you quite there. But okay, now I guess you could tell people goodbye.
Okay, well, I'll do it where it won't take forever.
Oh, okay.
What
you saying?
Now, friends, I want to thank Jimmy Apple once more for doing such a good job at substituting for me because I was in no shape to put up with Michelle.
Oh,
And it's hard for me to put up with her when I'm feeling really good.
that's so
But
kind.
anyway, folks, don't forget what I said about the Dung Beetle Saloon. We're going to try to take it public. And other than that, I'll just tell you goodbye for now, and we'll see you next week, and turn it over to Michelle.
Well, I guess I'm going to thank Jimmy, too, because otherwise that seems mean. So thanks, Jimmy, for hanging out with me and talking to me. Some days I have to make Jimmy talk to me. He's kind of one of the more quiet guys in the office.
Yeah, we don't have many of those.
So we don't. So I have to force him to talk to me. But that day he volunteered to come back up here and do it with me. So I think he's starting to like talking to me more.
All
You
right.
never know. It's all about me, guys. But anyway, have a great weekend, everyone. I hope you can use your cell phone soon because it's very scary. But have a great weekend. Stay safe. Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.